So, coming towards the end of our visit here to today's visit, that is, to Griffin's Garden Centre in Dripsey, along the road between Coachford and Cork, for anybody who still has not made their first visit. Margaret, not only do you do plants, but of course you have a huge array of goods in the shop of interest. And now in this trolley and here, you're going to tell me about some local products that are available here at the shop.
Yeah, I think it's always nice if you want a gift to pick up an Irish gift, if at all possible. And we have some soaps here made in Inniscarra. So these are Inniscarra soaps. And there's some wax, beeswax. And then we've got honey. This honey is from beehives in Blarney and Inniscarra.
Very good.
And did you know if you have asthma and if you eat local honey, it will cure you much better because it's the pollen local to where you're living.
It's causing the asthma.
Yeah.
So the local honey will help to clear it up.
Will cure much
Isn't
better.
That interesting? Yeah. And that's guaranteed from Blarney, is it? I know it's marketed as Blarney honey, but it certainly is definitely Blarney honey.
Yeah.
Great.
He's got beehives in Inniscarra and in Blarney.
Fabulous. Very good. Now, what
so
else
then
have
we have a very interesting thing here. They're called auto pots.
Yeah, these are. I haven't seen these here at the garden centre before.
Yeah, it's from a local garage. You know, and in the economic climate we are in, he was very quiet, so he got this little cottage industry more or less going. So it's the rims of wheels, which he's recycling, making legs, and we've got them in tiered planters.
And of course they last forever. I mean, they will never
they're terrific and frostproof. We were talking about frostproof pots. These are totally frostproof.
Yeah, and great drainage in them as well.
Terrific, and even if you back a car or something into them, they're less likely to be damaged.
Yes.
So it's another nice local product.
And I notice you've got sort of a single height, and then you've got doubles and you've got triples.
Yeah, we've got singles, doubles, triples. Then he can make high ones for tidy towns and things.
Ah, yes.
So there's a
very good product indeed.
Mixture, yeah.
Excellent product. Now you have a couple of fancy looking. Now we'll let these fellas until last. Maybe talk to me about this.
Okay, so this is a weed killer, but it's an organic weed killer, and it's Irish.
Yes.
And it works very well. So
now,
it's based on vinegar.
Is it systemic or is it?
It's contact.
It's contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
right.
it burns the weed out completely.
Okay.
And again, it's nice, you know, when you're using a weed killer, that is not damaging the environment as well.
Yes.
So that's a nice one to use.
And I'm noticing all these then finally. You've got nice brown bread. Tell me about that.
Well, this is our own Granny's brown bread from the
yes.
restaurant, and we've made a new recipe with sultana brown bread.
Yes.
So we're going to give you a loaf each going home so you can test it.
Oh, very good.
But it's lovely. It's
we'll pick up a bit of smoked salmon along the way and
exactly.
a bottle of wine and wash it down nicely.
What could be nicer on a spring day?
Fabulous. So that's made here on the premises.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah. And these little fellows then finally. Now before we start on these, they look like little bees or butterflies. We were talking earlier about bees. They're disappearing a bit.
Yeah, it's a worldwide problem and nobody knows about them. Now they did have disease as well, but apart from that, they're just going off the face of the earth for some reason and nobody knows. But it's a very worrying thing because bees, as you know, pollinate.
Yes.
So without bees, nothing will function in the green life.
Yes. And at the moment nobody knows, but there's speculation about technology, is there?
There's speculation about mobile phones and masts and things, but that's speculation. But some people think that they're getting disorientated and that they can't find their way back to the beehives.
Yes, because of the waves.
They're just completely
it's interesting,
disorientated.
and I do know that, incredible as it may seem, because they were so much part of my growing up, there are now no longer any wild bees in Ireland. There are none.
No, and that's really worrying.
Yeah, I have I got this information reliably, I think, from a professional beekeeper lately, that there is not. You know, one time you went out into the forest or into the woods, and the bees were in the trees, and they had their hives in there.
Okay.
Now they don't exist anymore. They're not there anymore.
No,
they used to come in under the roofs of houses. They're not there anymore, the wild bees.
But the most worrying part of that is nobody knows why.
Yeah, but we know, Margaret, that you've got your own wild bee here.
We have. This is all from recycled material.
Yeah, what is it?
It's shoots, plastic guttering and things.
Yes.
And again, it's a builder who's isn't as busy as they usually were, and he's doing this sort of thing.
And what would I do with this now if I bought it?
Well, again, we can put it into a pot just to decorate.
Yeah, it makes it nice and
So it's lovely.
yeah, and
Blends
there's a
in
bit
with
of
all the
movement
colouring.
as well with
And
the air, isn't there?
Yeah. And again, you know, it's nice that you can buy Irish products rather than buying in the Chinese ones.
Yes, and of course, in saying that now, and in finalising today's visit here, you're very fortunate because you've got your own bee here to pollinate the plants, and it's
We
lovely to
have.
see. It's lovely to see that bee there hovering around all the different
Yeah,
pots.
and I think it just brings the story of the bee pollinating home to people.
Yes, and it's
You know, because people don't realise how important the bee is to the whole world.
yes. So this is your secret weapon.
So this is our way of, you know, educating people really in a fun way.
Indeed. Margaret, thank you very much
Not at
indeed
all.
for inviting us here today and for showing us around the nursery. I'm sure it has been most enlightening certainly it has been most enlightening for me, and I know it has been most enlightening for all of our viewers. So good evening, me midle céile ríis, agus go méid seansing tactar eisian so, go dtí dripsach agus bheith féchant ar na bláhanna agus eile a bheith gán den saora. Tásúla go bhain sibh tenamh as an cuairt agus go mbeidh sibh ling an lá son. Slán tabal.